vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. You make this parade a mere charade if you're marching just for fun. Our troops must feel your thanks for real before the marching is done. They know side by side you can match their stride to drum beat and the brass, but they're not impressed with you unless you can match their stride in class. This may not sound too diplomatic, but I cannot be more emphatic. I'll tell you, it's problematic when you do less than your best, especially when it's because you put your brilliance on pause for the mere peer applause it draws from a so-called friend doing less. Quit playing, I'm saying, you know that you are great, and we know it, so show it. Don't make our heroes wait. In this parade, please wave your grace to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. But those of you who already do the things that make us proud, your nation in appreciation says thanks to you out loud. Your soulmates should imitate the way you tap your potential. Let me try to convince them why their effort is essential. Our men and women in uniform, before, during, and after Desert Storm, always perform above the norm, anywhere and everywhere on the planet. They need to follow our heroes' lead, but they cannot lead if they cannot read. Allow me, please, to plant this seed. Don't take freedom for granted. I'm serious. I'm furious to see U.S. schools behind. Remove the clatters, just a matter of making up our minds. In this parade, please wave your grace to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. We believe in you, warriors, protect you to do what you must to rise. Please do your part. Please start before another warrior dies. In this parade, please wave your grace to the brave who fight for you. If you don't gain, they fight in vain. Show them what you can do. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. They sacrifice for you. Show them what you can do. Please show them what you can do. Please.
Good afternoon and welcome to Wave Your Grades on KUAW.org, the academic patriotism program that is dedicated to veterans and serious secondary scholars. I am your announcer, KUAW Wilson. Now here is our host, civilian urban educator, Carl Boyd.
Thank you so very, very much, KUAW Wilson. My name is Carl Boyd on Wave Your Grades, and today we have a very special guest. She is Debbie Austin with Gold Star Mothers, and let me just say before we get into any conversation, thank you for being here and welcome to Wave Your Grades.
Well, thank you for having me and inviting me. Thank you.
Listen, as a matter of fact, I was just reflecting on the fact that you have been with us for a while, even to the point of a change in networks, and we're on KUAW.org now, but that just shows that we have been a part of each other for a little while now.
Yes, sir. Yes, we have.
And let me tell you what you were not able to hear. It is a dedication to American students striving for excellence in honor of our troops, in honor of our veterans. And just a few words from the chorus are, in this parade, please wave your grades. And the reason for that in terms of the name of our program is because many Americans, including young Americans, sometimes school celebrations, wave the flag. And there is nothing wrong with waving the flag. We say let's add to that. Wave your grades. Wave your community service. Wave your leadership. Wave your change if indeed you have found it necessary to do better than you have been doing in honor of our veterans. So, with my having said that, we can dedicate this program to them as well, because you are a Gold Star mother, and honoring veterans is what you do. So tell us something about that.
Well, we are a group of moms, the American Gold Star Moms. We're an organization that we honor and our veterans in honor of our lost sons and daughters that have given the ultimate sacrifice. That's the way that we honor, and keep our loved ones' names alive. Is to make sure we work with like the VA hospital and so forth.
You just said something that is very important. Keep their names alive. Will you please introduce us to your son?
My son was Shane, Private First Class Shane. Well, he was Shane Austin. He became Private First Class Shane Austin. He was an honorary young man. He lived life to the fullest, never turned down a dare, and joining the military was his childhood dream. So he got to live out his dream, if only for a short while. He left for boot camp June 12th, 2006, went to, and I got the knock on the door October 8th, 2006.
Oh, I see.
The knock on the door with the words, "We regret to inform you."
Very sorry to hear
But
that.
he got to live his life the way he wanted to.
And that is good to hear, most particularly because I can imagine him now feeling so good about what you are doing in his name. So we thank you for that, and certainly thank him for his service. And by the way, you and I have this in common. I think we are both civilians. I know that I am, but I didn't know whether.
Right.
So that our blessing is that even as we are civilians, because of our family, because of service, we can dedicate something in their name within the veteran ranks. I am a member, by the way, of the Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary in Grandview, Missouri, and we are allowed to become Veterans of Foreign Wars Auxiliary members because someone in our family did indeed serve in a foreign war. And my oldest brother was a Marine in Korea, 1952 until 1955. And one of the things that is of interest to me is how it resonates when we say Gold Star mothers as it relates to their history. And I have heard the term Gold Star families.
Yes.
Will you explain that to us for us, please?
Well, a Gold Star family means that is a term when you lose a loved one while serving our country. And sometimes it means they come home and maybe die, by suicide possibly, or in an accident at home. As long as they are still serving, you become a Gold Star family member.
Okay.
Then with the American Gold Star Mom is an organization that some choose to join, some moms choose to join. It's kind of like the VFW or the American Legion. You choose or you choose not to join that. And there is like annual dues and stuff. We meet annually, we have conventions. But the term Gold Star can reference to a Gold Star dad, Gold Star sibling, Gold Star children, Gold Star wives.
Well, one of the things that obviously our family appreciates so much is the placing of wreaths at the site where our relative, in my case, my father-in-law, my wife's father, Lee Clark, in Leavenworth, receiving
Yes.
your wreath. Will you tell us about that, please?
Well, when we place a wreath on, it happens annually, usually the second or third week of December, and they are called veterans wreath. It's not a Christmas wreath; they're veterans wreaths that we lay just to remember and say their name. So when we lay the wreath, like for instance, when I laid Lee's, I laid it, I stepped back, I said his name out loud, placed my hand on my heart, and just we say that you die twice. Once when you take your last breath, and then the last time your name is spoken. So we try to always remember to speak their names.
It is absolutely encouraging, and as a matter of fact, I can imagine my wife observing this particular program and your statement, feeling very strongly about how important that is. And perhaps as we go along, we can think of the different ways that we as American citizens are a part of each other and how profound that can be. And this certainly has profundity beyond my being able to describe it, but let me say that I can think of this now every year because of Debbie Austin. I can think of 11/11, November 11th, Veterans Day. Are there other observances or ceremonies or those kinds of things that you can think of that we might observe or support?
Other than Wreaths Across America?
Yeah.
Is that what you? Well, there's several. I mean, like on Veterans Day, there's several, but I guess I kind of like to, of course, observe Veterans Day and Memorial Day, but I try to live by that every day. Every time I see a veteran, just a simple thank you. Just a simple thank you. Sometimes the spark in their eyes, and you can see that it means a lot to them. Just simply saying thank you for your service.
Yes.
And that means so much to them, and so I guess I try to live that out every day.
There is
And go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, finish, please.
And I always try to say for myself as a Gold Star mom, when I do tell people and explain what that is, none of us really want you to feel sorry for us. We don't want sympathy. We just want your support in honoring our veterans that are here, that serve their life, honoring our country and protecting our country.
Absolutely. And by the way, I certainly do not want to omit contact information. There are ways, I think, that we can support what you do. Please tell us how to contact you and what some of those ways might be.
Well, it's wreathsacrossamerica.com, and if I can, after this, can I send you Michelle Seeby? She is our coordinator for Leavenworth.
Oh, please.
Can I send that to you? Because I don't have that right on me right now.
No,
I mean,
that
I'm
would
afraid
be
to leave
fine.
this screen. Okay, if I could just email that to you, that would be great. And I want to tell you, the mission of American Gold Star Mothers is obviously to remember, honor, and teach.
Yes.
Remember those who've given the sacrifice, honor those that are still serving, and teach. And that kind of goes with Wave Your Graves. It's just teach our next generation the sacrifices that our military makes and their families that they make daily.
I will tell you how my wife and a former pastor, Isaac Petrie, in Arizona, accused me of having the gift of faith. And I am optimistic, and they support that. And one of the reasons that I am optimistic and have the gift of faith is because of my wife. And as I look around, it occurs to me that one of the reasons that I am optimistic is because I believe, in the case of what we attempt to do with Students for Boots, that there are two things in the United States of America upon which all of us can agree, and if not all, certainly a very, very, very large majority of Americans can agree. One, that we do owe that thank you and respect to those who are serving and those who have served. And two, we need to make sure that our young people have a positive, progressive, and peaceful future, that we can work towards that. And I think, Debbie Austin, that there would be few people who would disagree. And when I received your call and you indicated that once again there was the visitation at Lee Clark's site, it occurs to me that there are opportunities for us to come together as
Yes.
Americans, as mature adults. And please go ahead. You said yes, and elaborate if you would.
Well, I think, and you've heard me say this before, when they're on the battlefield, they don't care your religion, your politics. None of that matters. The color of your skin, none of that matters. We are all Americans, and that's how we should live our daily lives. It just doesn't, we can agree to disagree sometimes, but we're all Americans, and I think we all want the best for our country.
Absolutely. Do you have occasion to speak to young people, schools, colleges, organizations? Can we call upon you to come and just visit with us, or even make a formal presentation?
Oh, absolutely, yes. If not me, I can find, one of us from our organization and from our department, our local department of Kansas and Missouri, would be happy to do that, yes.
And when you said organization, once again, the assumption is the organization is comprised of those who have veterans in their backgrounds, in their families. Are there criteria of which we can be apprised, we might not know about, that would give us eligibility for an organization?
Well, we have, as far as both our American Gold Star mothers, we are moms that lost, and then our Reese Across America organization combined our veterans and Gold Star families. So we have, and retired military, we have kind of a mod podge of people and experiences.
And as a matter of
I hope
fact,
that answers your question.
yes, absolutely. And the extension of that question is, when you send the information to me, I will spread the information. I suspect that it is so that if you cannot become a part of the organization, there are certainly ways that you can support the organization if you do not qualify to become any kind of formal member. KUAW Wilson and I will spread the word from what you send us after the program on ways that there can be support.
Okay, yes, that would be great. And it's awareness. And actually, as far as the American Gold Star Mothers organization, we are coming up next year on our centennial year.
Oh, really?
So we are really wanting to bring awareness to that, yes.
Oh, I thought that I had looked at the history, but 100 years.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
So and there's a lot of history within that. So
I would
be
imagine.
happy to share more.
You know what, now that I come to think about it, KUAW, I was just thinking as she and I were talking about the movie, The 688 Women Who Served and Delivered the Mail, the documentary and film that is out now, and this is also about women who served, and you are seeing that promoted as well. Do you plan a movie on that 100-year history. It would certainly be worth it.
It would be worth it. A great idea. I don't, not one that I'm aware of anyway, but that's a great idea.
You know, it is very interesting that there are things that get by us from time to time simply out of neglect or busy doing some other things. And it's interesting how having something like a production can not only call attention but also motivate participation. So this is a suggestion that I shall make in the name of Debbie Austin as it relates to the movie
Okay.
that you will produce and direct for
Okay.
us. And
Kind of left me speechless there. But okay. And I should add, as far as the Wreaths Across America goes, that organization, anyone can, civilian, anyone can join that,
oh,
students, and we encourage students. So yes, you don't, as a matter of fact, maybe our coordinator, she had family that served, but she came to us as a volunteer and
wow,
kind of just took off from there. She joined 1,000%. She became 1,000% invested in it.
outstanding. Can you still hear me? Perhaps
I
not.
can. It sounds like a little bit
Oh, I
quieter, but
see.
I can hear
Okay.
you.
Hold on just a moment. DeQuay Wilson said that we have a phone call.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Hello, hello. As now, hello. Okay.
I just want to say it was Wanda Boyd, and she wanted to say thank you, Debbie Austin. She's
oh,
been listening to you all these
oh,
years, and she doesn't get an opportunity to come out and see you. And she wanted to publicly say thank you for what you do.
oh, oh.
That is so.
It's my honor to do that. It is my honor.
I cannot tell you what an honor I have
Oh my gosh.
to have you and my wife communicating, and that really does make a big difference in families. And by
That
the
just
way,
filled my heart.
oh, thank you so very, very much. It would be interesting, and maybe one or two things that you might recall, but from time to time, what kind of responses do you get when indeed you conduct reads across America?
It's people are, it's amazing. It, you can tell, especially the children, and I will go back to the children. I think the children follow the guidelines a little better than the adults sometimes. Sometimes I think adults, well, I, what I mean is sometimes I think adults, some of the adults are anxious just to lay as many wreaths as possible, but the children really get the message, and that's part of the teach. They kneel down. You can see them lay the wreath, kneel down, say their name, and even take photos and investigate and research
Ooh,
that of name who they have laid the wreath for. So that's
yes.
what gets to my heart the most. And just like now your wife, just how much that means to her, that will stay with me forever. Just
Thank you.
knowing that. It's things like that.
And that staying with you forever will stay with my wife forever. And imagine how many times you can multiply that feeling, that sincerity, that appreciation. And knowing my wife as I do, there is no way she would have initiated that call without feeling it sincerely. That's who she is. So I can thank both of you for giving credibility to our program on this particular day because this is important. I would be interested, Debbie Austin, in geography. How far do you reach and in what ways?
As far as the reefs go, all over the country. I don't know the numbers, but it's in the millions as far as how many reefs are laid. There is a convoy that leaves because it's from Maine. Reefs Across America headquarters is in the state of Maine, and they do a convoy to Washington, to Arlington every year.
Wow.
It's very so. Yes, it's amazing how far it reaches. It's just throughout the country and beyond.
So that here we are in Maine on the east coast of America celebrating Wreaths Across America in Los Angeles, California, in Seattle, Washington, in Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Mhm. Yes.
Now here that takes us back to our prior conversation in ways that bring us together as citizens of the United States of America, however many things upon which we might disagree. Not only does this make it something in common, but it is not trivial. This is serious commonality. And to think that we have had relatives who have sacrificed in that very legitimate way, we cannot thank them enough. Nor can we thank you enough. And by the way, we're very, very close to 2026. Are there things that we can look forward to coming up in which we might participate?
Well, January 17th is the day that we pick up and retire the wreaths, and we can always look for volunteers there. We have like 4,000 wreaths at Leavenworth National that need to be retired. That we get many volunteers on the day relay wreaths, but picking them up not always as much. And that is not just
Right.
Leavenworth, that is all veteran cemeteries. And that is something that you can go on and look at wreathsacrossamerica.com and see uh, participating cemeteries, which you might want to participate in picking up also.
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I would suspect that increases looking forward to the next time because you have an official retirement.
Hmm.
And I like that because it is not something that you lay and forget about.
Right. No, we don't. That's the thing. We don't forget. And that's why we do encourage to take a photo and research the one you lay a wreath on, because that, again, that keeps their memories alive. So, and when
Oh,
you pick them up, we do the same thing. When we retire the wreath, we do the same thing.
and that reminds me, we did have technical difficulties when Wanda was calling in. Again, thank you, dear. And by the way, one of the reasons, no doubt, is because of how wonderful she felt to see your photo of the wreath at her father's site. And you, and that is a part of Wreaths Across America for 100% of the wreaths.
Yes.
That is
And they
magnificent.
all reefs are sadly at Leavenworth we cannot cover the whole cemetery, so it is all done by donations and sponsored wreaths.
Ooh,
We do
wow.
grave specific, and that's why Lee will always have a wreath, because I will specifically sponsor one for him. But if you have a loved one at any cemetery, veteran cemetery, you can sponsor that. There's $17, I believe now, and um, otherwise the general public, we get them by just donations and of how many wreaths are sponsored.
This is absolutely wonderful. We have come to the half hour and we're going to take a break. I have already uh, taken time that you have been so gracious to give. If you will stay through the break, that would be wonderful, but I realize that you are a very busy person, so please
Mhm.
let us know.
Okay, I can stay.
Thank you so very, very much. Here is our first break. DeQuay Wilson, please.
Reminding our 7th through 12th grade students that you can win a monetary award from our sponsoring organization. Stoots for Boots, and yes, we do say organization on purpose with purpose. You'll write an essay titled Heroes You Know You Didn't Know Were Heroes. Your content will identify a veteran at your school who can be absolutely anyone, custodian, teacher, coach, absolutely anyone. If your essay is chosen and submitted by an adult who gives you permission to read it on this Waive Your Grades program, you will be awarded a monetary prize. Please send entry or inquiry to academicpatriotism@gmail.com. That is academicpatriotism@gmail.com. Now back to our host, Carl Boyd.
Let me say to Debbie Austin that our board of directors has determined that 2026 will be a more assertive attempt to have our young people participate by pen with the essay, Heroes You Know You Didn't Know Were Heroes. And I mentioned to you that I'm blessed to be able to be with the VFW Auxiliary, even though I'm a civilian because of my brother's service. And that VFW Auxiliary has essay contest, the voice of democracy and the Patriot's pen. Perhaps Debbie Austin, we could get some students to write about wreaths across America. What do you think of that, and how might we pursue it?
I love that idea. I would probably at that point, I don't mind being involved too, but I would bring probably Michelle Seeby in. She is our coordinator for wreaths at Leavenworth National. I would probably ask her to join us if that would be appropriate.
Well, as a matter of fact, I mentioned it just because DeQuay was refreshing the memory of the schools and those young people. I don't want to impose upon you a responsibility. What we might do is simply add that as a category in our essay contest, but I would not do it without Michelle's permission.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah, that would be fine. Yes, absolutely. Again, it's about awareness, bringing awareness.
can you imagine the number of stories? And that's why we are so appreciative of you coming on the program, not only to help us to understand what wreaths across America connotes, but also for other ideas, other associations and connections. Have you found, by the way, I don't know, DeQuay, if I asked right at the beginning, how long Debbie Austin has been a part of Gold Star Mothers?
I joined in 2006 when right after Shane was killed in action. I became part of the I became a Gold Star mom, of course, and then
Yes.
shortly after that I joined the organization. So it's been 10 years we're going on.
My goodness. And by the way, when we were talking about geography and how far, for instance, what it means when you say across America, you really do mean across America.
Right. Exactly. It is wreaths across America, and it's just from coast to coast, from shining sea. Yes. And when I said, I'm sorry, I said it was 10 years. Actually, Shane has been gone. We're going on 20 years.
Oh, yes. Yes. And as I think about that, and you and I were just talking about the number of stories you cannot imagine, not only in terms of the family life, but the military life and vocation and all of those different kinds of things to which you have been exposed over time. I was mentioning before we were talking about 2026, and you mentioned, was it January 17th?
Yes.
there's something coming up as soon as January. We know about Reads Across America and Veterans Day. Is there a day, are there days I'm omitting as we think in terms of from January to December?
Of days, no, no. Actually,
Good.
the day events are wreaths, the day we lay the wreaths, and then the day we retire. Not much nothing that you're omitting from then. No, between them days. Is
And
that, did I answer that correctly? I'm
no, absolutely, absolutely.
okay. Yeah. No, not much except for Christmas, and then the personal holidays, which may mean something personal to the family. I mean, for me, December 31st was Shane's birthday.
Wow.
So there's personal days for each family that is lost but as far as events, it's kind of quiet around the holidays.
Now you mentioned Michelle, and her last name again is
CB, CEBE.
wow. You know what? I have seen her name. Come to think of it, you have presented her to us. Before.
Right.
And as you continue in this march towards respecting, when you look at what is going on around us in today's world, can we make suggestions as to ways that we can strengthen this association? Give you an example of what I'm talking about. One way is we are blessed to be on a webcast, so we have an opportunity to reach out that way, and guests such as yourself give us immense credibility. So that's one thing. Beyond this, I wanted to search for something like adding to the essay contest among the students. And as we continue in this, to not only make it credible, but to help our young people plan for a future that brings us together more and more. What are the kinds of things that you and I can cooperate doing? And just that when I mentioned being accused of the gift of faith, I'm very optimistic. I honestly believe that we can bring us together in ways such as this, so that, believe me, when I think of something, I will be calling upon you to bounce the idea off of you as it relates to bringing us together. Can you imagine within the next 5 to 10 years the 7th graders who will become young adults? What future do you imagine for them that will continue to bring us together?
Yeah, I would hope that just being united, I think just being united and accepting everybody for who they are, I think
Yes.
that is just so important to me. And learning about other people's beliefs, I always think that's kind of important to sit and listen and respecting each other for who they are, no matter whether, again, you may not agree, but it's just always nice to be respect and learn about it, understand.
I don't know if I ever said the introduction to a poem that I wrote in 1995. It's a multi-faith poem, and if you will allow me, can I just offer to you? You mentioned various faiths bringing differences together. May I do that now?
Absolutely, please.
The words begin, when I came shouting, praise the Lord, Buddha cried, please do. Allah smiled, and Moses said, we praise in our ways too. Assalamu alaikum, peace, shalom, nam yohorenge kyo. You love one God, or witness two. I believe in the holy trio. You're not required to believe as I, but I am required to love you. Your faith is different, I know not why, but God knows I'm not above you. Our natives honor Mother Earth, of the land, of the sky, the water. We all are one, the great tribes say, and so says God the Father. What teach we now, the child, unborn, innocent till taught different? That other faiths are ours to scorn, are we now God's equivalent? Or do we teach in word and deed based on the faiths we chose, that all are children of one seed, whatever cloth their clothes? So when I come shouting praise the Lord, and Buddha cries please do, the world is then on one accord when I show my love for you. And it turns out that I wrote that in 1995. My wife and I had been invited to visit inmates at Moberly Correctional Center, and I knew that I would be addressing inmates of different faiths. Wanda was with me, so while she drove, I wrote that poem. And you just reminded me of it. Had not expected to engage that. So I thank you for just reminding me of that.
Well, and that's part of like the American Gold Star Mothers organization. We are moms with many different lifestyles. Our paths would never have crossed except for this one connection that we have. So that's why that's so important to me too. We may just have the one thing in common, but it brings us so close too.
And I think that you will recall, DeQuay and I certainly will recall, that you introduced us to a gentleman on the program at the other studio. But when I think about Gold Star Mothers and then Gold Star families, indeed, how much representation do you have among males who have partnered with you?
As far as we have, their associate members, like the dads can join. Is that like
Yes.
the fathers can join as associate members? As far as I know, there is no official like American Gold Star Dad
Exactly.
organization, and there should be, but they are as far as I know, there is nothing official, but they are like associate members, and they join us at every event. Even our annual convention, we have Gold Star fathers there and that participate.
So now, is there an America Gold Star Families? Formally, I mean.
There is like for any family, there
Yeah.
are, but again, it's not as big, and there's not as much awareness to the American Gold Star families. It's not like an official, it's
Oh,
just
I see.
kind of
Okay.
and there should be, I agree that there should be, but
Now,
we all work together.
yes. As a matter of fact, I was going to broach that. I cannot imagine you're not having significant support from
Yeah.
from the male population. Now,
Yes.
as it relates to having a number of different representations, how about age? How about participation from those who are elder? I would consider myself an elder. I'm 83. And those who are from 13 to 83, how do they register? Do you get some senior citizens? Do you get some teenagers?
As far as just working with us or
Yes.
being a part of, we have I think all age groups represent.
Okay.
as far as the organization, I would say it's more in the older generation that we get that work aside us, because it's like the VFW or the Patriot Guard Riders or so forth. Very few younger with us, because most of us, I think maybe sometimes the best way to answer is sometimes there are grandchildren involved as far as the organization itself.
And we can certainly look forward to the interaction as we get more contact information
Mm-hmm.
from you. I think it would be well, just in terms of extracurricular activities for young people, to become introduced at a very young age.
Right. To learn, and that I do too, because then hopefully they will grow up to respect themselves and respect the sacrifices made by not only those that are on the battlefield serving, but for the family, the sacrifices that the families made.
Absolutely.
Freedom is not free, and that's something important to learn and learn how to respect our country.
Ooh.
Again, to be united.
And one of the things that occurs to me, in as much as we're going to have in 2026 some interaction with junior ROTC groups at our high schools, there are no doubt young people, no fault of their own, who feel that an affiliation with armed services requires joining the Reserved Officers Training Corps, the ROTC. But the more that we might be able to inform them about this organization, they can find that you don't have to be formally a part of the JROTC, but you can support this effort as well.
Yes, and we encourage and invite anyone just to remember, honor, and teach. Exactly.
Are there? I was mentioning your book, and we'll look forward to reading that. I pray. I don't know how soon it might be published. I would certainly want to read it myself. But are there websites? Are there media opportunities? I mentioned my age. I can remember when we had 3 local TV stations and an affiliate, ABC, NBC, and CBS, and local cable. I think we have more media outlets than that now, don't we?
I think 1 or 2, yeah.
And might there be some things that we can reach even already where media are concerned?
Well, the website, it's AmericanGoldStarMothers.org, of course, and then Reese Across America. And then, of course, there's a lot of information and history on both of them.
Yes, yes, yes.
And we are partnered together. We are partnered, both
Oh, wait a
organizations, and
minute. Okay.
that's why I bring up both, is because we are partnered together. We work hand in hand.
Now that is outstanding, because I could see an association of mutual support, but indeed being partners, that gives more opportunities to participate at the level where one is. We can certainly ask that there be donations, and a particular family will make an annual donation, but then someone else might want to be there with you when you make those
Right.
visits, and someone else might want to join, so that this is good that you are together that way.
Yes. It's about being united again. It brings us back to united.
As a matter of fact, I had the opportunity to talk to some people. Gee, this is already December.
I
So
know.
I think it was in October, but at any rate, um, distinguished guests like yourself, and I had the occasion to ask simply, as you observe where we are, where we're going, what we're doing, would you categorize yourself as being optimistic about our direction, our unity?
I want to say yes. I
Good.
here I think sometimes people tend to talk about the negative, but I see much more positive in the world than I do negative. I just think sometimes, and I have days where I focus more on the negative, but sometimes the negative, I mean, like when I think back at 9/11, how we all came together.
Yes.
And
Yes.
I remember just how nothing mattered. We were just all came together as one. So, but I do believe that there's more positive than negative. I just think we hear more about the negative. But if we open our eyes, take a deep breath, and really look, I think we see more positive.
And my wife will appreciate you because she hears someone agreeing with her husband. Because I do feel more positive than negative. And the other part of that, where faith is concerned, is one of the ways that I look at the negative, as you just told us, is that it brings us together
Mm.
out of an extreme necessity. We say on our program here, children learn more by example than they do by instruction. So that
Very
even
true.
when that negative greets us, the way that we handle it, the way that we approach each other, the way that indeed we project our optimism will have an impact on the way children see their future. So that you are important in many more ways than one. Because what does it take for someone to make that trip singular, those trips plural, that repetition year to year called Wreaths Across America, then we're able to say to young people, if you don't learn, study, or appreciate anything else, take a good look at this. You might want to participate very soon. So that
Yep.
what you're doing actually enhances my optimism, and that's good to hear.
And yeah, and I don't know about if everyone feels this way, but when the day, even though it's exhausting and cold on the day we lay wreaths or the day we pick them up, I always lay my head down to rest,
Wow.
feeling more positive. Maybe exhausted, but more
Yes.
positive. It's warming. It may be cold outside, but there is some sort of warmth that comes to you when a nation and a community comes together. I mean, a community is just it's there's something about a community coming together and you actually seeing it and saying a name and remembering a family, and it's it's easier to go to sleep at night.
Yes. And what is that date again?
For wreath pickup,
Yeah. No. For the actual distribution of the wreaths, wreaths across
well
America,
next well next year it will be December 19th. It'll be the week for 2006.
and
For pickup, it's January 17th.
this year it was,
Uh, Last weekend, the
yes, the
13th.
13th. So that
It was last Saturday that we laid wreaths.
when you are talking about uh, next year and the year after that and the year after that, you're talking about the month of December.
Yes,
So
sir.
this is
Yep.
not somebody was going to have a tailgate party and cook barbecue and distribute it, you might very well encounter a blizzard. I mean, December is not the month where you would do this for the fun. Uh, this means that you so respect the occasion that weather does not deter you. That's remarkable.
Exact. Yes. I will, though, say, I will follow that with saying, as far as wreath pickup, it has kind of we've had to change the dates.
Sure.
There were times that we have been out picking wreaths up and the wreaths were frozen to the ground. So
Exactly.
sometimes, depending on the weather, we may have to change that date.
And that
But as
makes,
far as laying the wreaths, no.
yes, and
Sorry.
that makes logical sense. It is just that it is so much respect for the occasion that you would have a date like that and yet do it a high percentage of the time. We are forever grateful for that being the date. And we are at just about the end of the hour. I want to make sure that you say to us what you would like to say to us that I might have omitted as we close this afternoon's program. Anything in particular you would like to project?
Just again, as far as gold stars go, we don't want sympathy. We just your support of every veteran and a simple thank you for your service to all our veterans. And just respect each other, live like they do on the battlefield. Love your neighbor, respect them, learn about them, and things may surprise you.
Well,
Be kind. I guess be kind is what it settles down to be.
well, this is such an honor, and we look forward to sharing the honor again. That would be, DeQuay, looking forward to a year from now. I suspect that we will have opportunities with Debbie Austin before next December. And as we get contact information, we will also let you know what our activities are that might be conducive to what you're doing as well. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
And I am looking forward to maybe introducing you to more Gold Star mothers, just as I said, because we all come from
Ooh,
different
please.
lifestyles and maybe hearing their
You
stories.
know what?
Because we all have different stories.
You, that is so wonderful. Thank you very, very much. It is done. You will have a follow-up from me, and indeed several follow-ups. Thank you, thank
I
you.
count on that, Carl. Okay.
Thank you for this day.
You guys have a blessed day and Merry Christmas.
And same to you. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas.
All right. Thank you. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
Well, I would like to thank our listeners, our guests, our viewers for joining us on your Stutes for Boots Wave Your Grades program. We come to you live every Saturday from 1 until 2 p.m. Central Standard Time from the W.E.B. Du Bois Learning Center right here in Kansas City, Missouri. I am your announcer, DeQuay Wilson. Now our host, Carl Boyd, will close with his daily message, for students in honor of our veterans from his book, Morning Messages.
To students across the USA, your Stutes for Boots message for this day, December 20th. After a big holiday send-off at the airport, please don't forget our heroes when you return to class. December 20th. After a big holiday send-off at the airport, please don't forget our heroes when you return to class. This is Wave Your Grades. Thank you so very, very, very much, Debbie Austin, and wonderful, wonderful calling in. Very important, and we certainly appreciate it. DeQuay Wilson, have a wonderful day, weekend, and by the way, wait a minute. It will be after Christmas the next time we see each other.
That is correct.
Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas to you, and to you too, Debbie.
This is Carl.
Thank you. Merry Christmas.
And
My name is Carl Boyd, gracious God and wonderful Wanda. I'm on my way home.